Amazon has been cleaning the house lately, and a lot of merch accounts got banned. Here are my 6 rules to stay safe, and a few real examples of what not to do. Okay, so here's rule number 1. Don't do trends. Yeah, let's start with the real controversial one. If you want to be safe, just stay away from trends. Well, now you're asking why? Well, it's because you have to be very careful about trademarks and copyrights. Well, oftentimes trademarked phrases get trademarked really fast. Think of the Hawk 2 trend that was trademarked by yourself to sell your own merch. But let me show you some recent examples. So the easiest way to show you some trending designs is flying research. Now let's go to the Sellers Trends tab right here. And we got the American Marketplace, t-shirts and newest. So we got the trends right here. Now we got a lot of these 6-7 designs and a lot of these frogs. This one says resist and these ones say no kings. We got some more no kings in America designs right here. We got this frog again. Yeah, basically we got a lot of frogs right here. Now, as far as I know, this was from a protest in America. So you first would have to research if it's really okay to sell trends like this. And you also have to check the phrases itself and the design styles. Yeah, there are a lot of frogs right here and the 6-7s. And I really don't know what that is, but it also looks like a frog. Then we got the Trump design right here, for example. And as far as I know, Trump is selling his own merch. So to my knowledge, you can't sell Trump merch on Amazon anymore, even though he is president at the time. So you can see it's really a minefield. Now, if you really want to do trends, be very careful and do your research. And it's also really important to monitor trademarks and product deletions. So in flying research, you can check the deleted designs right here on this tab that says deleted. And you can monitor trademarks right here at the bottom on this TM watch list. Now, if you check out the deleted designs, let's click that. You may get an idea what's not okay. Well, of course, this tab is not filtered by any infringing designs, but it's the whole collection of deleted designs on Amazon merch. But if you find a lot of similar designs with the same phrase and basically the same design idea, there's a high chance that this type of design is infringing. I personally don't want a headache and sleepless nights, so my simple solution is just to stay away from trends. Rule number 2, don't go into gray areas. I always try to stay super safe, so for me there are basically no gray areas. It's either black or white. So it's okay or infringing. But for some people there are so-called gray areas. So let's check out some examples. So here we are in the bestsellers tab of flying research. Now let's check the examples right here. Alright, this one right here. I wouldn't even call this gray area, this is just black. There's this clothing company that's called Obey or Obey, I don't know how to pronounce that. So although the whole phrase gives it a new meaning, you got the name of the company right here, so that's a black area. So that's really the fastest way to lose your account. But we wanted to check some gray areas, so let's see. Yeah, we got this one for example. Now let's click on more info right here on this arrow. And yeah, title says Epcot Boat Nature, Julie living with the land. And when you take a closer look, you can see the silhouette of Mickey Mouse. And it says Epcot, that's a part of Disneyland. So it's clearly infringing Disneyland, but still some people would consider this as a gray area. But I'm sorry, for me it's just totally infringing. Now if you want a letter from Disney's lawyers, just go ahead. And on top of that, you will probably get your account banned. So really stay away from something like that. Now let's see some more examples. Yeah, let's check out this one, Back and Body Hurts. Now if you're from America, you probably recognize this logo because it's from this retail brand Bath and Body Works, I think it's called. And yeah, the original design looks just like that. And the seller just changed the words, but it's still infringing, so don't do that. Rule number 3, stay away from any pop culture references. And that means don't create a design that has any relevance to a show, a movie, or any type of pop culture reference. Now here's a really simple rule of thumb. Ask yourself, would this design make sense if the movie or show would not exist? If the answer is yes, then it's okay. And if the answer is no, don't do it. Now let me show you some bad examples. So let's check out some infringing designs that got a pop culture reference. Okay, we got this one right here. Now it says, I'm with the Minion. And yeah, you probably know this movie, it's called Minions. These are these small, yellow, annoying characters. Now this one says Minion and it's also yellow. So it's clearly referring to Minions. And this t-shirt wouldn't really work if there wasn't this movie. Now let's see some more examples. Yeah, this one is pretty bad. It says Spider Grandma. And you may have guessed it, it's infringing Spider-Man. So we even got the same font, I think. And we got the elements right here. Well, this is basically from his costume, I think. So that's definitely infringing the Spider-Man franchise. Oh, we also get this cat design. I guess the other t-shirt would be Kit. So you know where that goes. Rule number 4, be careful about trademarks. So before creating your designs, always check the whole phrase for trademarks. And if the phrase is trademarked, just stay away. But even if there are multi-word trademarks in the phrase, don't do it. Now let me show you some different ways to check trademarks. So there's multiple ways to do that. Let me first show you the first way. You can do this right here in Flying Research. So let's just gonna choose this one right here, more info. Then you click on TM listing check right here. And boom, here we go. Now these red words are all single word trademarks. And as I can see it right here, these are all common words, so that would be okay. But then we got no kings. And you can see the multi-word trademark. So somebody trademarked no kings for some reason. You can check the trademarks itself right here when we scroll down. Now let's click on text. Yeah, here we go, no kings. It's a word trademark, 25. That's for t-shirts. It's an US trademark. So it's not yet registered, but I just would stay away from this trademark. Now you can also do a trademark check in Producta. So let's scroll down to the listing right here. Here we go. And let me just paste the listing right here. Now I just pasted our Disney example, our Epcot example right here. And it already says banned word detected gift. So this seller decided to use the word gift right here in the listing. And I really wouldn't do it because Amazon doesn't like that. So to do a trademark check, you just click on Trademark US for the American marketplace. And here we go. Now we got only single word trademarks, as you can see on this orange color right here. So let's just add Mickey Mouse and run it again. Yep, here we go. Now it's red, that means it's a multi-word trademark. So usually single word trademarks would be okay, as the words inspired, nature, earth, day, harmony, and so on. But you have to pay attention. Epcot is a single word trademark, but it's not common language. So you can see right here, this trademark is already really old, and it's trademarked in classes 25 and 18. So you have to be very careful about these trademarks. But of course you can't sell a design like this to begin with. So the last option to check trademarks is the official USPTO website. So just go to uspto.gov and go right here over trademarks. Then you click search our trademark database. Click this green button right here, trademark search system, and here we go. You can enter the trademarks. So let's just enter Mickey Mouse. You can also enter whole phrases. Let's click on search. And here we go. Yeah, you get all the different kinds of trademarks for Mickey Mouse. So when you're using Producta or Flying Research for the trademark check, it's doing this with the database from this USPTO website. I personally use Producta for my trademark checks. Rule number 5, never copycat. Now what is a copycat design? Let's get this question answered by Amazon. So you just go to the resource tab right here on the top. Then you click on FAQs right here on the left. And here we go. You got the FAQs, and let's scroll down, and here we go. Now this paragraph says, what is a copycat design? Copycat designs are strictly prohibited and defined as the following: reproductions of the entirety or a portion of someone else's original artwork, resized, recolored, or visually adjusted reproductions of original artwork, design reproductions containing distinct design elements. And yeah, of course, AI made this really simple. So if you just download designs, upload it to the AI to create your own version of it without any modifications or twists, then yeah, this is a copycat design. So even though it's very tempting because AI does this in seconds, it's strictly forbidden by Amazon. Now let's check some examples. Alright, here we are in the bestsellers tab again, and let's choose a design. Yeah, here we go. Can you see that? Now you can see it. This one is a Halloween design. It says it's just Gordy. Gordy? What does that even mean? Please explain it to the German. And we got basically the same design with the same phrase. The font is a bit different and it's bigger, but the graphic itself looks just like the one right here. Now the design elements are just a bit different. Yeah, but basically this is just a copycat design. So if these designs are from the same seller, then of course it's okay. But if not, that's just a copycat design. So here we got the next example. We got this playing card that says no kings. And here we got the playing card again that also says no kings. So if you see this rule very strict, you could say this is also a copycat. But what do you think? Please let me know in the comments if you think this is a copycat design or not. And we got this design again. That's clearly a copy. And we got the next good example right here. This frog that says resist. And we got the same graphic, the same frog, but here it says hop. If we just compare the graphics, it's identical. So this was probably made with Nano Banana. Okay, this one doesn't have this frame, but other than that, the graphic is just the same. Rule number 6, never buy an account. Buying and selling accounts is strictly forbidden by Amazon. Now let's jump into the rules. So here we are in the FAQs again, and let's scroll down. So right here at application and account status, you can see some Q&A regarding your account. And you even got the question, why was my account terminated? And it clearly says, did you buy your account? You cannot verify the health of an account's history when you purchased an account. Selling an account is a violation of our terms of use. So if you are using an account that you bought, you can never be sure if Amazon will ban it at any time. So just don't buy accounts. You have to go the regular way of applying for an account. So here's my last bonus tip. Always play by Amazon's rules. Now let me show you the most important resources. So when you click on the resource page at the top right here, it will look like this. Now the most important pages for our account safety are the FAQs and the content policies. So let's first click on content policies. Now you get the content policies right here. And it's basically a list of things that are not allowed on Amazon Merch. So go ahead, print that out and put it under your pillow, because that's very important. Next, we get the FAQs. Let's click that. So we get some more important things to consider. And if you haven't seen this page yet, please go ahead and read it. Now there's some more important info on the best practices page right here. So let's scroll down. These go into details on how your artwork should be. But if we scroll down, yeah, it's right here. Do and don't tips. So in my opinion, these are also really important to consider. So if you haven't read these, print them out and put them under your pillow. If you're in a higher tier and feel stuck on Amazon Merch, then check out this video about my brand new free webinar.